Hi there, this is Sharman Hankins, digital marketing coach from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and the founder of Digital Women Entrepreneurs Academy. My tutorial today is a sales script tutorial on how to create a sales script that's so exciting that you can enroll new team members, customers, and clients to your business or to purchase your products. Okay, so go ahead and look at the screen here as I guide you through this tutorial. My tutorials are very step-by-step, very practical, technical steps on how to get clients to a sales call, and then after that, what script to use, what to say, because most people are very nervous because this is the first time they've ever spoken to a client on the phone or via Zoom, and it's a new experience to do sales calls for many people. So I want to get you started on this. So let's start from step one. Step one is that you put your calendar link on YouTube on the banner, or maybe on your Facebook page and your bio. I recommend you use a bit.ly link, bit.ly.com link, because people are used to bit.ly links and they trust bit.ly.com. So I recommend that. Okay. Now you can put your calendar into any kind of sales funnel as a link. You can put it in a free guide, or we call it a lead magnet on the last page where it says book a call with me. That's your call to action, is book a call with me. I just like to keep it simple. Some people say book a free strategy call. Some people say book a free discovery call. Whatever you want to call it, a free coaching call, a free mentoring call. Depends on your business, whatever you want to call your call. I call it a digital marketing solutions call because I'm a digital marketing coach and I give people digital marketing solutions. So that's what I decided to name my call. And I like Calendly because it's very user friendly. So I want to show you, first of all, what happens when a person books a call. Okay, this is the live page. They click on the link, for example, this Tuesday at 2:00, and confirm it. I'm going to put in my name here. Sharman with my last name is a test. I always recommend that you test all your links to make sure they're working properly by putting in your information and going through your funnel or your link. And then we have the cell phone here with country code. What is my link on Facebook or LinkedIn? So you grab your link for Facebook there. What's the name of your business? Now, what I want to show you is so important here is this is a pre-screening of the person who's booked a call with you. It's going to help you a lot with your sales call. I will share my sales script shortly, but I want you to know that it's very important to pre-screen your possible clients or customers who are coming on a call with you to make sure that they're a quality person, a quality lead, that they're your avatar, meaning that they're the kind of person that you're looking for your type of business. For example, my avatar, they are women entrepreneurs. Now, your avatar may be male entrepreneurs or men and women who are entrepreneurs. Maybe there are people who are looking for health and wellness solutions, weight loss solutions, maybe beauty consulting. So it really depends. So you're screening the people through their Facebook profile or LinkedIn profile to see if they're the right person that you would like to speak to, so that you're not wasting your valuable time with someone who may be a spammer or somebody who's not really your avatar, meaning your ideal customer. Okay? Now, this is a brief form that I use with Calendly. It's a screening form, and I ask them their first and last name, their email address, their phone number, what is their Facebook or LinkedIn profile link, and these are required answers. That's what the little star is for right there. Then I ask them, what is the name of your business? For example, green health consulting or, whatever the name of their business is. And then I ask them this key question, which is to know where they're at right now. What is your monthly advertising budget? That's a way of framing a question of how much is your business income right now? You can gauge to see if they have enough profit margin to run paid ads, if they're doing any advertising. If not, maybe they're just doing free organic advertising. And so that is a good question. I've created that question to find out where they're at this very moment. Now, I'd like to know their goal a year from now. So I asked them, what is your business income goal 1 year from now? Now, you can go ahead and create your own questions, but the whole purpose is of the initial call that you have with a person is you find out where they're at, what their struggles are, what their pains are, where are they at right now. You're the bridge, you're the person who's going to help them to get to a solution or get to their ideal business goal. Okay, so that's why I'm asking their business income goal 1 year from now. Most people say, 6 figures for starting, right? And if they want to scale, 7 figures and 8 figures. Okay, then I want to know if they're 100% committed to showing up for the call, because if not, then I may be sitting here waiting for them to hop on the Zoom call with me and they don't show up. It's considered a no-show. I would say if you're not really going to be 100% available for this call, please don't go ahead and book the call, okay? And then I have them fill out a short form to get to know their business goals better by using a form website called WUFOO, WUFOO.com. It's kind of like a short application form for my coaching program and for my Digital Women Entrepreneurs Academy. Now, you don't have to do another form. You can just use this form right here, but it's a good screening tool to make sure that people are qualified to join my program. For example, if you go to a job interview, you may need to fill out an application, right? It's just the same idea. Now, when you have Calendly Pro, you can send them a text reminder and email reminders both about their appointment with you. Okay, now you're ready. They click on this link below to schedule the event. They get an email. You get an email. You have a new client who created a schedule for themselves on your calendar. And then my calendar is integrated with my Google Calendar so that I won't miss an initial call. Now, I usually call this a free initial consultation call for anyone. For example, if you're a psychologist or you're an attorney or you're a financial planner, you'll probably do a free initial consultation for about 30 minutes to make sure that you can fulfill the customer's needs and that you can work together, right? So that's a general idea, okay? Now, I'm going to show you my sales script template for Digital Women Entrepreneurs Academy, and this is what I am teaching today. So this is step-by-step meat and potatoes, right, of how to do a sales call. So initially, the whole thing is when you meet a person, first you say, hello, how are you? Where are you from? Where are you originally from? Just try to be yourself and relax, okay? Now, most people do their calls on Zoom, but I try to say, well, there are different options. Okay, some people have international satellite phones they prefer to use, which is more expensive. Some people have, for example, Skype. Some people like WhatsApp, the application, because it's a free internet call. And then other people like Facebook Messenger, for example, the video calls. I prefer to have Zoom just because I like it, but there are other kinds of platforms you can use for these calls. I've had people call me directly within the United States straight to my phone, but my business is international, so I use Zoom, and I like it a lot because I get to meet the person in video in front of me. It's like a one-to-one meeting And I like that. Now, I know some coaches don't want to turn on the video, and I've kind of asked why. And the reason why is because maybe they might pick up a cue or something like that, that maybe you might roll your eyes or something like that. So I don't want to do that. But anyway, another thing is you can decide if you're going to record your Zoom call or not. And a lot of coaches recommend the first few calls at least to go ahead and record your call as a learning tool for yourself. Now, it's a private call, I feel, between two people, a one-to-one call. However, I did record the first few of mine as learning tools for myself. And also, I did it for documentation. So a lot of companies or LLCs, limited liability corporations, they do this for documentation, because let's say if the coaching client comes into your company, then you have this documentation to fall back on in case there's any concerns. Okay, so you go ahead and you get started. You open up your Zoom meeting. I suggest you get on about 15 minutes early. Put do not disturb on your phone, airplane mode. And then no noise or distractions, mute your computer notification sounds, and get out a notebook and write some notes about your client. Okay. Now, I keep a file on all my clients, and I keep them in alphabetical order in a file folder box. Okay. Now, then you need to take a deep breath, center yourself, forget all of your worries, sit in your quiet space, take some deep breaths, and get ready to meet this new person. Okay? Clear your mind so you can give your client your pure and undivided attention. Okay. Now, another reason to relax is you don't need to sell anything on the first initial meeting. The purpose of the first call is really discovering who the person is. They discover who you are. You get to know each other. You get to know if you resonate with each other and get along. And then after that, it's easy to talk about what you have to offer. So I'm going to go into that a little bit more, but the reason is you want to diagnose where they're stuck, what their struggles are, what their pains are, whether it be financial and business, or what it is, if it's in health, if it's in any other area of their lives that you are a coach for, or you provide a service for, or a product. Products can be either digital products, for example, an online digital marketing course that I provide, for example, in my academy, or it could be a physical product, for example, a weight loss program with weight loss products. Okay. So anyway, just take a deep breath. The main purpose of the first call is to see if you're a good fit, to see if you flow together, to see if you connect. After that, the rest of it is easy. Okay. Step 2, hop on your Zoom meeting a few minutes early to get ready. Make sure your Zoom meeting opens, that you have a stable internet connection. Test your audio and your video on your Zoom. Test your microphone. Test your lighting and your volume, and make sure that all the tech is running smoothly. And then when the person comes on to your call, you're ready. You begin your call with some small talk. Hi, how are you? I'm so glad to meet you. Thank you for coming today, just as though you were speaking to them in person. For example, in a private office. It's just basically the same. It's just that we do things on Zoom now, mostly because of the situation that's going on in the world. So an example would be, hi, Sherry, I'm glad to meet you. How are you doing today? And she'll say, oh, great. How are you? And I'll say, great, thank you. And where are you originally from? And where do you live now? Oh, and then I may say, oh, and what do you do for a living? Do you have your own business? So you're changing the topic to business, because this is a business call. It's not all about a person's private life. Some people do divulge personal details, but you let them do that at their own will. Take a deep breath and listen. I call it reflective listening. Take notes, show empathy, listen, say, yes, I hear you, I understand. Yes, oh, that sounds hard, and so forth, right? Now, I do want to say that if a person asks a lot of questions about, well, I don't really have any money, I'm really worried, like, what do you have to offer? Just try to calm them down and say, Sherry, the purpose of my call with you today is to ask you a few questions about where you're at right now with your business and what your business goals are and what your challenges are. And then we can decide later if we want to work together or not. So let's just talk first about a few questions I have for you. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions about that? Okay. So she'll probably say, yes, sure, that's okay. Or she may say, well, I really don't have much time. I really wanted to know exactly what you have to offer. What do you mean by, and I'll say, I suggest you say, what do you mean by that? To turn the tables and get the questions back to her, put the ball back in her court, okay? So remember, the purpose of this call is not to sell anything right now. It's to diagnose where they're stuck, what they need, what their needs are. Because, for example, some coaches have a variety of products that they can offer, and they can create a custom made offer, especially for that person. It's the same with health and wellness products. You want to find out what their health and wellness needs are, if they need more energy, if they need to lose weight, if they have acne, if they have some kind of health issue that you can help with. If it's a financial issue in your financial planner, you want to know what it is that they're stuck on, what is their financial problem. And with real estate, for example, what kind of home they're looking for, how many people are in their family, what is their price range, and so forth. So it's really a discovery call, the first call. You can always have a follow-up call the next day, maybe have their spouse come on the next call, maybe their business partner cannot come on the next call. So really, it's a warm relationship, starting a warm relationship. It's really a soft sell, is what I'm saying. Okay, step 4 is gaining an understanding of the person's pains and challenges. So I may say, well, so tell me, what is the main reason you made an appointment with me today? And then just sit and listen. Well, the person may say, well, I saw your profile on Facebook. I saw your digital marketing coach for women entrepreneurs, and I really need help with growing my business online. Or if you're in health and wellness, they may say, well, I saw that ad you put up about acne, and my daughter has a problem with acne, and I really need, to know some products that would work for that, something like that. Or say, I've been struggling with losing weight since I had a baby, and I really need to speak to a woman who understands. And I would like to know what you have to offer to help me with that. So they should express at this moment a need, a problem, a challenge, a pain that they're in, or a blockage that is blocking them from meeting their business or health or personal goals. Okay? Now, if they don't open up yet, you might want to ask some questions to help trigger a pain point, because you're really looking for where they're stuck and the purpose for which they called or wanted to speak with you. So you may ask some general open questions like, in general, how's your business going? And then just sit and listen. They may say, well, it's kind of rocky right now because of the situation in the world right now and the economy downturn. They may start opening up, right? And then I could ask them, are you happy and satisfied with your current business income? That's another question. Another question would be, how much income do you want your business to be making a year from now? Or you could even say 6 months from now. Or you could say 3 months from now if you have a 3-month coaching program, for example. And then use reflective listening. Use emotional intelligence and empathy to connect with that person. Because they came to you. And I see it like this. People have pain on this side. I'm the bridge. And then they can go ahead and get a solution on the other side once they cross the bridge. Okay, so I'm the person to facilitate, the facilitator, to help them from a problem to a solution. Okay, now you can say things like, I hear you, that sounds very difficult. That sounds really hard. Tell me more about that. And then you could also say, can you tell me what you mean by that? Things like that. Okay. You can say, how does that work for you? How is that working out for you? For example, they say they've been running paid ads and it's not going very well and they're not getting conversions. You can say, well, can you tell me a little bit more about that? How are those paid ads working for you? Are you running them, on Google, on Facebook, on YouTube, or Bing, or where are you running your ads? Instagram or wherever, right? And then at the end, get down to the feeling, the gut level. Well, how does that make you feel? And then sometimes at some point, some people tear up and they say, it really makes me feel sad and frustrated because I've been working on this for so long, for maybe months or maybe a year, maybe even years. And they really are needing some help. So you're there to go ahead and provide a solution for them. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to offer an offer on your first call. I'm just saying that if you want to, you can set up a call for the next day or the next day. But I recommend that if you're going to do a follow-up call, you do it within 24 to 48 hours so that the person still is in that decision-making mode. You've warmed them up. They've come from being a cold lead to being a warm lead. Now they're in your world. You've had this one-to-one conversation, and maybe they need overnight to think about it or speak with their spouse and say, well, honey, maybe tomorrow we could talk with this coach. Could be a life coach, could be a counselor, relationship coach, any kind of coach that you are, fitness coach, health and wellness coach, beauty consultant, whatever you do. I'm saying any business can relate to this sales script. Now, I don't write specifically verbatim what to say, but in the guide that you're going to be clicking on YouTube, I am going to give you an example of a conversation. I'm not saying that you should use a conversation verbatim, but it's just to give you an idea. But what I'm trying to do is give you a framework and guidelines for your initial free consultation call that you have with a client. You want to be professional. You want to keep it on point. You want to keep control of the conversation. That's the main challenge for most people. How do you keep control of the conversation? You're in the driver's seat, right? You're the expert. You're the consultant. You're the coach. You're the team leader. You're the professional. It's by asking key questions. It's by asking precise questions. It's like going to the doctor or a nurse practitioner, and that provider has specific questions they need to ask you to diagnose your problem. That's what it is. Okay? So I want to invite you to go ahead and click on the link below. Digital Women Entrepreneurs Academy is where I have a lot of free web classes, webinars, courses, online tutorials on YouTube, and also in my private mentoring group on Facebook. So if you're a woman entrepreneur and you'd like to get more training, you can go ahead and request to join my private mentoring group on Facebook. It's called Digital Women Entrepreneurs Academy. Or you can click on the link below here on YouTube and get my free guide. Inside the free guide, there's going to be a link to click to book a call with me, just as I've showed you. And also, I have an online course membership site, Digital Women Entrepreneurs Academy. It's my academy. So there's so many ways to reach me. You can go ahead and send me a messenger via Facebook Messenger. I'd be happy to hear from you. And you have a great day. And thank you for coming here to listen to my tutorial. I'll talk to you later. This is Sharman signing out from Colorado Springs, Colorado.